the supporting role. We know how big and devastating he can be, but at the moment, push the singles, run hard, put the pressure on the fielders. Rotating the strike, he gets back on strike. 4 from 6 deliveries. Tidy over so far for Nepal and Pratish.
Pushed. Again, another single here for Barber. Yeah, good point you make. But Barber just improving his fitness. We've seen that in the field as well. Took a scintillating catch against Japan just a few weeks ago.
That's what we call a specky, that one from Bubba. Flying up in the air down near the softball ground ropes, one-handed in the highlight reels.
Backs away. It's been sliced down to deep backward point. Again, just one. So good over so far from the left armour. Former under-19 player as well. He's come through that age group pathway for Nepal as Pratish GC. He's actually bowled better than those figures suggest.
Yeah, he got martined in the first over, but this one's much more tidy.
And he's athletic. Good bit of work off his own bowling. Keeps it down to a dot. Just 4 runs off that over.
Yeah, good delivery. Might have been a slight change of pace as well. Diving effort. Kept it to a dot. A much more tidy over there from Pratish. Just the 4 off it. He's now 2 overs, none for 13. Hong Kong, China, 57 for 2.
Yeah, 57 for 2 after 8. See again a shot of that supporters dugout over there. Got a lot of children as well in today. Getting some throwdowns from mom and dad. Oh my god, that crowd just keeps ballooning, doesn't it? I think we've got at least 80, 90, maybe 100 people in here at TKRG, and they just keep coming in, don't they? I think in that second innings as well, with the likes of Kushal Bertel, Rohit Kumar, Baudel as well, we're likely to see them at the top of the order. It's going to be a good one. Spread the word. Come down to TKRG. Nepal's in town. That's guided. Straight to short third.
Yadav into the attack for Nepal from the softball ground end. Bibek Yadav, number 71.
Not an easy time to come into bowl either. Partnership of 23 so far for the 3rd wicket. Oh, he's missed out on that for the 3rd wicket. But signaled wide there, in fact, by John Prakash. Oh, he's missed out on that.
Going around the wicket to the left-hander.
Signaled
Wide pushed it too far outside. And just backed off that one. Around that away, make sure there's no edge. Take the extra. It's been few and far between for backed off that one today. Tidy bowling. Take the extra. It's been few and far between for backed off that
Get
one
off the back foot, this time straight to the fielder. Yeah, you can see that crowd in the background. Ooh, that very cold foot this time out in the background. Just what a hands in pocket. Good over so far from the left arm.
Cold they are, but loud they are also. Keeping themselves warm, cheering on from a lot of Nepal. Cheering on, as the bowlers coming in. Cold they are, but loud they are also. Keeping themselves warm, cheering on from a lot of Nepal. Cheering on,
a big grunt there from the bowler. Push down.
Cheering on,
a big grunt there from the bowler. That Nepali crowd making a lot of noise, yelling out a lot of encouragement. Some advice as well, I think.
It's a good way to stay warm at least. Keep the vocal cords warm. 58 for 2 now. Just the single so far with 2 balls remaining in the 9th. Bubba just on 5. He's on strike.
I think a big reason why we saw a big cheer. I'll get back to that in a second. Barber doing Barber thing. Worked away for 1. But another reason we heard that big cheer is because they saw Monty Desai, the head coach of Nepal, just walking through. Worked away for 1. that large, dense crowd.
Big cheers because they saw Monty
He's a
Desai.
very popular man, isn't he?
Monty
Monty Desai.
just walking through.
This man, well,
Worked
he's
away
popular in
from
Hong Kong, Anchi Run.
large,
20 off 20.
because they saw Monty
He's a
Desai.
very popular man, isn't he? Monty
No
Desai. Single there.
Walking through.
It's very good over for Nepal. Once again, just 2 runs off it. 20 off 6 runs coming in the last 2 overs. After 9, it's 59 for 2. Very
Yeah, last 2 overs have been very tidy for Nepal, pegging it back. Got that run rate now down under 7, 6.56, and still a ball remaining.
59 for 2. Very
Yeah, last 2 overs have been
Right,
very
forgot about
tidy
that
for
extra
Nepal,
delivery.
pegging it back.
Last ball coming up.
Run rate now down under 7, 6.56, and still a
Just
ball
1.
remaining.
59 for 2. I'll try and fix that score for you as soon as possible. About that extra delivery.
Pegging it back.
9 overs gone.
Run rate now down under 7,
Anchi,
6.56, and still
just
a
in the
ball remaining.
20s, the left-hander. Try and fix that score for you as soon as possible. About that extra delivery. 9 overs gone. Yeah, it's 61 for 2 in fact. After 9, apologies for that momentary lapse. Fix that score for you as soon as possible. That extra delivery.
Yeah, but the run rate now under 7, 6.6.
61 for 2 in fact. After 9, apologies.
Was well over
for that
7 and 8
momentary lapse.
as we head towards the drinks break. 1 over remaining. Yeah, but the run rate now under 7, 6.6.
61 for 2 in fact. After 9, apologies.
Was well over 7 and 8.
Another over here for Arif
Head
Sheikh.
towards the drinks break. 1 over
Change of
remaining.
ends for him.
Yeah, but the run rate now under 7.
I wonder if you're going to
6.6.
see these 2 batters trying to target that straight boundary. For Arif Sheikh, looking leg side for now. Change of ends for him.
Yeah, but the run rate now
Backs
under
away.
7.
Wonder if can't find the gap. Rohit doing a great job there, the skipper, leaving it down to 1. Looking leg side for now. Love the anticipation as well there from Rohit Paudel. Just off screen doing a great job there. That's the thing. Leaving it down to 1 as a good fielder. It's not just about having safe hands as well there. It's about almost having the 6th sense of where the ball's going to end up. Great job there. That's the thing. Leaving it down to 1 as a good fielder. Goes high. Goes very long. Kushal Berthel, just a spectator. Oh, that's out of the ground. That's 600 Hong Kong dollars we're never going to see again. Goes high. Babar Hayat, what a way to move into double figures. Just a spectator. Oh, that's out of the ground. That's 600 Hong Kong dollars. We're never
just stayed inside the fence in the end, but didn't really matter. It went a long way over the ropes.
Move into double figures.
Big 6 for Bubba. We know he can do that.
Oh, that's out of the ground. That's 600
one in the
Hong Kong
slot.
dollars. We're never
Just stayed inside the
we
fence.
might have
in the
gotten
end,
it
but
back.
Didn't really
Not
matter.
sure.
It went a long way over the ropes.
Move into double figures.
Big 6 for Bubba. We know he
Good
can
way
do
to
that.
stamp your authority on this contest.
He got that one in the slot.
Bang! Again, flat batted this time over, long off. Babar Hayat goes back to back. Another maximum for the big right-hander. Bang! Again,
And the full
flat
fielders
batted
are yelling
this
catch,
time
catch,
over,
but there's
long
no
off.
catch on this one. It looked
Babar
like it was going to
Hayat
be
goes
flat
back
to the
back.
ropes, but
Another
short of
maximum
boundary. Bubba knows
for the big
this. He
right-hander.
has just swatted that out of the middle.
Again,
It's gone
flat
sailing over the
batted
rope,
this
back to
time
back.
over,
6
long off.
catch on this one. It looked like it was going to be
No,
flat
we're going to
back
see
to
that
back.
on his
Ropes, but
Instagram
short of
reels
boundary. Bubba
tonight.
knows
Babar
this. He
Hayat
just swatted that out of the middle.
storming into the highlights
Sailing over the
package.
rope,
Can he
back
go
to
3 in a
back.
row?
6 catch on this
That's
one.
a good comeback. Well done, Arif Sheikh. Right in the block hole, keeps it down to a dot.
Just swatted that out of the middle.
Storming into the highlights package. This is what we were saying as well. That's a good comeback. Well done, Arif Sheikh. Right in the block hole, keeps it down to a dot. Storming into the highlights package. This is what we were saying. Boundary. Again, straight, again, 6. Doesn't bother moving for that, does Babar. Does it time and time again at TKRG. Loves those short, straight boundaries. That's 3 6s in the last 4 deliveries for Babar and Hong Kong, China.
This one went out of the ground, out of the slot, out of the ground, and a new ball required. Big 6, 3 in the over. This is the way to go into the drinks break for Hong Kong, China.
We were talking about those 2 inexpensive overs as well for Nepal. But now Hong Kong, China, they've stormed back in style. 19 off this over already. Courtesy 3 6s from Babar. Still 1 ball left. Rohit Paudel now stationed at a straightish long on. cut away this time. There's work to do in the deep. He's not going to cut it off. Deep cover, just a spectator. Huge, huge over for Hong Kong China. 23 off it at the halfway point. The home side, 84 for 2.
What an over from Bubba Hyatt. Saying the run rate had dropped down under 7, but not when you put 23 runs off 1 over. That's beautifully played. Placed it to perfection. Got to the rope. 23 runs, including 22 to Bubba Hyatt himself to take into the drinks break. 84 for 2. Huge gust blowing. Drinks break here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Aaron Bush with you. You can see 10 overs done. The run rate now 8.4. It's these two put together a 50-run partnership. 50 runs of 31 deliveries, including 2 4s, 4 6s. And we are going to have an interview as we wait at the drinks break. Joining us from Hong Kong, China, the speedster. He's out of the side today. We're going to find out why. Ayush Shukla coming up very shortly. Rope side interview. Muskan there, ready to go shortly. If you're just joining us, Nepal won the toss. They elected to bowl, and for a lot of that first 10 overs, you'd say they were in charge. They got 2 wickets, the big wickets of Nazakat Khan and Martin Kutsia, both openers back in the sheds. But now these two, Bubba Hyatt and Anshuman Rath, getting the runs on the board. He said par is 160, 180 would be preferred. If you've got wickets in hand in these final 10 overs, Hong Kong China can go large with their batting lineup. We're ready for that pitch side interview. Muskan being joined by Hong Kong speedster Ayush Shukla.
From Hong Kong, China, right here with us as the score stands 84. Great start off. What do you feel?
I mean, absolutely, yeah. I think it was a good first 10 overs. The last over was very good for us, especially with the batsman set. The next 10 overs should be good for us, and we're looking to get a good score.
And we have been playing, Hong Kong China has been playing with Nepal, a couple of series, couple of games before. Does this feel familiar? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Where is this going to go?
I mean, obviously we know Nepal are a strong team. They've just qualified for the World Cup. So playing against them is obviously great for us. We've played a couple of games with them over the last year and this year. So yeah, it's always great. Looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of the series.
That's fantastic. And let's talk a little bit more about your experience so far. You've played with Hong Kong China for a long time now, a couple of years. What's your experience been, and what are you looking forward to more of?
I mean, absolutely, yeah. I came up through the ranks, played under 16, under 19, and now at the men's squad. It's been great. I have a lot of fun. Obviously, I came in pretty young, but I've got a lot of experience over the last 3 years being with the team, and it's great to travel with them, play high quality cricket. Looking forward to a lot more tournaments coming up forward for us. Thank you.
Which one in particular are you looking forward to?
I mean, obviously Asia Cup qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, but regaining ODI status is our biggest goal. So if we can get that in the next couple of years, it'll be really, really good.
Fantastic. That was Ayush Shukla, and over to you, team.
Thank you. Ayush Shukla joining us on the broadcast. Hopefully we'll see him out there in the red and black for Hong Kong China very soon. Just a bit of a knee niggle, I believe. So resting today, hopefully in for the Tri Nation starting tomorrow. Yadav just went for 4. It's going to go the scoop. Oh, that was dangerous. There's no future in that one. Anshuman Rath, that's the way you got out in a previous series here. Tried to go the scoop and lost the top of his leg stump last time we saw him do it. He's tried again anyway. Survived this one. Last time he did that, he had actually scored 100. It was in a one-day game against Malaysia, I believe. And then at 101, tried to go the scoop, lost his leg stump. Yadav, again, this time decides to go conventional, pushes it onto the leg side. Plenty of space. They were thinking about a second. No run there, though, so rotate the strike back to Bubba Hyatt, who had been playing the supporting role before the drinks break, right up until the 10th over. If you're just joining us, he bashed 22 off that final over. 3 sixes and a 4. So after that, he's now the leading score runner between these two in their partnership. Partnership moves to 55. Stayed a little low, so just pushes it to mid-on. He's way back. Long on has to come in and do the fielding. Another single. 1 ball remaining in the 11th. Gives himself some room, gets onto it, clears the rope for a maximum. Anshuman Rath hits a 6. That's his second maximum. Had a player out there on the ropes, but nowhere near where that ball was sailing. Didn't matter, it cleared the rope nicely. He knew that off the bat. A maximum and a good over again for Hong Kong China. They move to 96 for 2 after 11. These two taking turns at who has the higher score. After that 6 moves back in front on 33. Rashid Khan coming into the attack from the Argyle Street end. First time we're seeing him today for Nepal. Right arm medium fast. Looks like he's going over the wicket to the right-handed Bubba Hyatt. They've got protection at long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg. And they've also got a long off hiding behind the sight screen from our commentary position. As we saw in the 10th over, it didn't really matter. They're bringing that long off in, actually. They decided it might be better to have a catching position. Right on the circle. Deep point as well. Khan comes in, short, smashed, bang, gone. Smashes in to the Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground offices. Leaves a dent, bounces back in. Massive. That's gone 10, 15 metres up over the rope. Too short from Rashid Khan. Bubba onto it in a flash, and he moves back in front in this race between these two. 35 off 16, going at 219 strike rate. Remember, he started in singles. There's a big appeal. Oh, and there could be a run out as well. That's chaos. Watch on the replay. Bit high. Hit back pad, but then the run out. Anch decided there was a run. Oh, Bubba was waiting to see what his fate was on the LBW decision. Almost got run out. So a little chat between Anshuman Rath and Bubba Hyatt. That was a good delivery from Rashid Khan. Gets that one just a little bit fuller and can wrap the pads. He might get that LBW decision from umpire Niaz Ali at the Argyle Street end as Khan comes in again. It is fuller this time. Bubba just gets an inside edge onto his pads this time, and another dot. Started with a massive, and now racking up some dots. Good comeback bowling. Of course, that 6 brought up the 100 for Hong Kong China. Like to see milestones brought up in spectacular style, and Bubba Hyatt did it in style. 3 balls remaining in the 12th. Tries to swat it. I think he almost tried to go on the offside there, but ended up going on out to deep mid-wicket for a single. Rotate the strike back to Anshuman Rath. Moves the partnership to 69. Khan to Rath, gave himself some room. think it's one bounce over the rope for 4. It is. It was in the air, but he picked the gap beautifully. Another boundary to Anshuman Rath in Hong Kong, China. So as soon as it had left the hand, it's going to be a bit short. Didn't get up, it didn't bounce as high as perhaps Anshuman Rath was hoping. But the placement was everything. 2 fielders out there, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and he picked the gap right between the 2 of them. And now it's forced a change. Rashid Khan going around the wicket. That one's on the leg side as well. Tried to sweep it finer, but hits it straight to that deep square leg for a single. Handy over in the end. 12 runs coming from it for Hong Kong, China. They're 108 for 2 after 12. Anshuman Rath, 38 off 29. It's Pratis GC coming into the attack from the softball ground end this time. Ease down to long on for a single. Wickets in hand for Hong Kong, China. They might look to push over 200 if they can. Really put some pressure on. Weather holds. Hopefully we don't have to see any DLS projections. It's that kind of day here in Hong Kong. Lots of showers earlier today. There's Pratis in again. Big call of run from Anshuman Rath, but in the end it was a bit quick out there to mid-wicket. So just the single. Crowd continues to build on a coolish Saturday afternoon here in Hong Kong. 2:30 p.m. Feels like 6:30 p.m. The weather. Oh, he tried to go huge on that one. I think it stayed a little low on Rath. Skidded on perhaps. Lucky to get bat on ball in the end. Another dot. He was tidy in his second over, Pratis, and into his third now. Just the 2 singles with 3 balls remaining. Looking tidy again. Over the wicket to Ant, gave himself some room, chopped up in the air. This could be the 3rd wicket to fall. It is! Pratis gets the wicket, the crowd goes mad, and Anshuman Rath has to go on 39. Hong Kong, China, 110 for 3. Tried go big again, gave himself some room, but chopped it up in the air. Almost like his back foot slipped a little as well. Skied it up in the air, easiest of catches. And the crowd were very happy with that one. Rath has to go and coming to the crease. It's the wicketkeeper, Jamie Atkinson, back in the side for this tour. Was unavailable to go to Qatar, but takes his place coming in. Number 5 for Hong Kong, China. In a good place. 7.2 overs remaining, 110 on the board. Atkinson can always go big, is always dangerous. Was a player of the match in one of the games against Japan in the East Asia Cup recently here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. There's plenty of batting to come too, big hitting. Got the likes of Yasin Mirza, Nazrullah Rana. Saw him practicing in the nets a few days ago. Trying to become a full all-rounder, bowls fast and can hit big. Might see him later on, but at the moment it's Atkinson on strike. Gets through everything. It's actually clipped the keeper up on the chest. Got through very quickly with the left arm. Just jumped up on everyone. Bandari with the gloves on for Nepal. Doing a good job keeping that close up to the stumps for this speed. Eased through the gully region. Rashid Khan was waiting, so no run there. A very good over for Nepal, and Pratish 2 runs from it, plus a wicket after 13. Hong Kong China 110 for 3. You can see Azaz Khan. I mentioned how still to come. Yasin Mirza and Nazrullah Rana, but also the run machine that is Azaz Khan. He's been in great form in the 2023-24 season, both internationally and domestically. It's a powerful batting lineup from Hong Kong China today. Rashid Khan will continue from the softball ground end. 1 over, none for 12. It's always a tough ask bowling from the Argyle Street end. They've pushed long off and long on, back on the ropes. Bertel down here near our commentary position at long on. They've got a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, which means there are runs if you can pierce the infield on the offside. There is a deep point. It's a forward point down on the ropes. Here's Khan. Comes down, goes bang! That's gone a long, long way. That one might be out on Ting Kwong Road. That is huge. Baba Hyatt. Somebody down on Ting Kwong Road has a souvenir ball because that has left the ground. 3 steps down. Absolutely smoked it. Keep running whoever's going to get that ball, because that might be up in King George V school that went so far. And as we've seen from Hong Kong China, when a wicket falls, the next batter comes in, just holds their crease, and the next batter steps up. So Bubba, it started just before the drinks break, started with like 5 singles, and then smashed 22 off 1 over from this end, and he's doing it again. Trying to figure out where to bowl to Bubba. There's not much forward of square or point he hasn't smashed a 6 from so far. He's also got a bit of wind assist as it gusts in again. Still discussions. Captain standing right near Rashid Khan, giving him instruction at mid-off. Ready to reset. Comes down again, but makes it a Yorker ball, so the captain is in the play there at mid-off. Keeps it to a single. Atkinson back on strike. We see Jamie try to go big as well, or is he going to try to pass the strike back to his Kowloon Cricket Club teammate, Bubba Hyatt? We talk about how the top order for Hong Kong China plays a lot of domestic cricket together. The middle order, Bubba Hyatt, Jamie Atkinson, Azaz Khan, all plying their trade at Kowloon Cricket Club here in Hong Kong. Played plenty of cricket together. Domestically, Atkinson opens with his batting lineup for Hong Kong China. Number 5 it is. Everyone gets shuffled down Bubba. Sometimes bats at number 3 for Kowloon. He's at 4. Azaz usually at 4. He's at 6. Wrapped on the pads. And yes, the nod goes up. The finger's gone up. Jamie Atkinson's been given out. LBW for a duck, and the 4th wicket falls for Hong Kong China. They're 117 for 4. Watch on the replay. The angle felt like it might be strained down leg, but umpire Niaz Ali right in the position to see it. Shuffled across. I don't think that helped Atkinson. Finger goes up. 4th wicket falls. Action pack, 14th over. 6-1 wicket. As we said, as one Kowloon Cricket Club batter heads back to the sheds, another one comes out. The all-rounder, the master, Azaz Khan, having a chat to his teammate Bubba Hyatt. 6 wickets in hand. 6.5 overs remaining. I think to start with, at least for Azaz, the plan might be just get bat on ball, rotate the strike back to Bubba. He's been out there for 22 deliveries. Bubba Hyatt going at a strike rate of 200. Another wicket here for Nepal. They'll feel like maybe they can restrict Hong Kong China to that par score of 160. But the batting doesn't end. Bat down to number 10, Hong Kong China. Khan with the wicket, full, just eased down to a wideish long on for a single, gets off the mark, rotates the strike. Azaz Khan, easy as you like. That was a good delivery from Khan, nice Yorker length. Seen quite regularly of late, Azaz Khan, seeing them like beach balls. Just eases it into a vacant area as everybody's patrolling the ropes. So we'll see what happens with these final two deliveries. Rashid Khan's second over. At the moment it's evenly poised, 8 runs from it, plus a wicket. You can see the VIP tent. All the VIPs down there enjoying a late afternoon lunch. Chairperson of Cricket Hong Kong there, Bergie Shroff, talking to Anoop Gidwani on the board, the director of Cricket Hong Kong. They'll be enjoying all the action. And there's a chat there. Umpire Niaz Ali says it's time to bowl. We'll be bowling to Bubba Hyatt on 44. And gets the dot ball. No. Pushes it too wide. Have to re-bowl. It has been tidy bowling from Nepal. That's just the 4th extra, 4 wides in total as they try to stay outside of Bubba Hyatt's arc. Times just a little wide as we get towards the death overs. We'll be seeing more of that Yorker length outside off. This one re-bowled by Rashid Khan. Comes down, goes bang. That's the way to bring up your 50. Bubba Hyatt puts it out of the ground with a maximum. He moves to 50 off 23 deliveries. Big cheers as the Hong Kong China dugout finds out that's his 50. Another one smoked out of the ground. Bubba Hyatt shifts across, inside out, gets it over the top of long off to bring up his 50 off just 23 deliveries, 1 4, 6 sixes. His 50 runs, 36 of them have gone over the rope for a maximum. 1 ball remaining in the 14th. What does Khan do this time? And bowls are wide, tries again to keep it outside of the arc. The big hitting Bubba Hyatt. Puts another extra on the board. There's the VIP tent again. Decided to sit down. Plenty of puffer jackets. Wise. One of the Cricket Hong Kong China VIPs. More support staff from Cricket Hong Kong in the blue. Cricket Hong Kong's Ravi Nagdev there, enjoying some late afternoon lunch. 1 ball remaining in the 14th. Bubba will retain the strike, takes a single to end a very good one in the end for Hong Kong China, even though they lost the wicket of Jamie Atkinson after 14. Hong Kong China 127 for 4. Bubba's asking for a drink. Umpire Niaz Ali says, hang on, no. So now the gloves come out. He's going to switch to the cap. Doesn't need new gloves. Coming back into commentary to join me, Jay Dancing-Harney. That's we're in a good spot here. Both Nepal getting the wickets down and the runs on the board for Hong Kong China, evenly poised.
Yeah, no doubt. That wicket, of course, of Jamie Atkinson, it was big. But I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. I don't think it's evenly poised. I think it's the home side who just about have their noses in front. It's because of that man on screen. He took just 23 balls to bring up his half century. And of course, last October against the UAE, he smashed 60 off 20 balls. So he's been in murderous form in international cricket, Babar Hayat. Very close to the peak of his powers. But a left arm spin now. Here's Sagar.
Well, he was, and then he decided to go over and have a chat to the captain, so reset. How's he going to bowl? He's got more protection from that longer softball ground end boundary. Bubba bringing up his 50 in style. Now on strike. Backs away, gives himself some room. Just the single.
Yeah, I think you're going to have better luck bowling to Babar Hayat from the softball court end. Loves those short, straight boundaries. Look at that. The crowd just keeps picking up. I see a Nepal jersey in there as well. That man is so passionate that he's ditched his down jacket to show everyone I'm here to support my team.
Zaz Khan whips it off the toes. Just rotate the strike again, get his single. He's 2 off 2 now.
Yeah, it's not the kind of weather where you go bare-chested wearing a bomber jacket. You only do that if you've got serious passion for this Nepal team. Look at that. Down jackets, sweatpants, a couple of face masks on.
The camera panned a little further. There's a couple of blokes standing around in shorts, which I think is suboptimal. Sagar to continue. Bubba back on strike, gives him a full toss, gets away with that one. Just pushed it down to long on for a single.
It can happen sometimes, the full toss. Just takes you by surprise as a batter. And the irony of the situation, Babar Hayat has been hammering everything. Except for that full toss. Got some youngsters here as well.
Full, down leg, wide.
Yeah, so good to see. We've got a big Nepalese diaspora here in Hong Kong, China. A lot of them, of course, came over during the war fighting for the British. They stayed in Hong Kong.
Faster, stayed a little low on Azaz, but chopped down on it, gets through for the single.
I think Nepal fans as well. I don't think recently you've seen the new and improved Azaz Khan. He's a proper top order player now, as Azaz. He's not just that man who comes in for a useful cameo at 8, 9 and 10. He's a serious batter, Azaz.
Round the wicket to Bubba. Tries to keep it wide, does keep it wide. Good delivery in the end. Dot ball.
Yeah, good stuff, Sagar Dakhal. Speaking of Mohammad Ghazanfar, the Hong Kong China leg spinner earlier, and he talked up Sagar. Gaz, of course, has played with so many of these Nepal lads at the under-19 and age group levels.
Gives that one a bit more air, a bit fuller. Still just singles off this over. And it is a single to finish off the 15th. Hong Kong China 133 for 4. 5 overs remain. Where can Hong Kong China get to from here?
Zipped up my jacket. It's getting chillier and chillier here at TKRG. And Hong Kong China, they're going at just a shade under 9 runs and over. After they lost the toss and they were put into bat, if you gave them this scoreline at this stage, they would have taken it. They're in a position to go 185, 190, maybe threatening 200. Babar Hayat, the dangerous Babar, on strike. Is he going to go big again? Drill down the ground. Oh, great stop. Mid-off. I think that's Rohit over there. Fantastic. Saved at least 3 runs. just saw a second ago Babar Hayat's father off screen now. But more support there for Hong Kong China. I think it's about 50-50 at this stage. Half of all supporters, they're here for the home side. The other half, they're here for the visitors. There's a reason why it's called the Friendship Cup. These two teams know each other so well. That's just a bit too short there. Bibek already with a big wicket of Jamie. It's a very promising all-rounder. Bibek. Beg your pardon, Rashid Khan. Very promising all-rounder, Rashid Khan. Yeah, a bit of a commentator's curse there. That one going down the leg side. Yeah, he's got that hood on. Don't blame him. Don't blame him. Some people in Hong Kong, they wear face masks just to stay warm. It's a good tactic. Getting a thumbs up there. Some of these Nepal supporters. Nepal, Nepal. Those are the chants. They're happy. They know they're on TV. Bang, he goes high, he goes long. Berthel, once again a spectator. And again, oh, I think that's hit a car. I think that's hit a car. Oh, there you go. That's what happens when you park close to the Tin Kwong Recreation Ground. That's what happens when you bowl in the slot. Easy pickings for Aizaz Khan. Goes through with that shot and picks up his first maximum. Things looking very dangerous now. 9 runs have come off this over already. Just the 2 legal deliveries have been bowled. Yeah, a bit concerned now. Some of these Nepal fans, they're tuning into the live scores, tuning into the live stream. It's guided, backward point, can't prevent the single. That's been the story in the last 15 or 20 minutes. You get the feeling there runs off nearly every single delivery. That man, he's very brave. You need more than just a hoodie in this weather. You gotta love that about Nepal fans. They're not just partisan fans, they just love seeing good cricket. I think a lot of them are really enjoying this Babar Hayat innings as well. Ah, there you go. I think that might be Akbar Khan there. The USRC's Akbar Khan. Six off the over already. Is that going to be a boundary? Oh, good effort in the deep. I think that's Gulsan Zah. But he looks to the skies, couldn't prevent the boundary. That's a 6 and a 4 already in this over. 14 off it, still 2 balls left. See what he was trying to do. He was trying to go block hole. Yeah, it wasn't full enough. It was a bit too wide. Allowed him to free his arms. Picks up yet another boundary here at his Babar Hayat. Look at that, 59 off 30. Again, goes big. That's in the air. It's a chance. Oh, puts in the dive. Just goes on the half volley, though. It's a good effort to prevent the boundary. Yeah, they like that. They like that. The Nepal fans, they love that effort. They didn't love that result, though. I think they're so happy as well after 7 long years. Their team, their heroes are in Hong Kong, China. Still 4 overs left after this. Can they get up to 200? I think he might have found the gap there, Aizaz Khan. Yeah, he's hit it better than I thought. Behind square. 150 up now for Hong Kong, China. Aizaz moves on to 14. A mammoth 19 off that over. See on this replay as well. Rashid Khan. 2 straight, too easy. Aizaz Khan. He's been in brilliant form, hasn't he? Both domestically and internationally. Some of the Hong Kong under-19s fresh off that tour to Thailand. Was it Thailand? Yeah, absolutely. Ah, it's getting windier. One of our tents is blown away here at TKRG. Yeah, those tents were weighted down as well by sandbags. More importantly, it's Barber. Big Barber on strike again. And again he gets a boundary. This time sliced away for 4. Or is it more than 4? Yeah, no, it's gone all the way. There you go, John Prakash. Confirmation coming from the standing umpire. Boundaries continuing to flow here for Hong Kong China. Look at this. Bang goes Barber. Doesn't even move. Yeah, that's the thing when Barber Hayat is in this sort of mood. You're not going to get your 10,000 steps a day, Barber. Keep hitting it that far. I think it's a bit of a nervous smile there from that man, that spectator. Might have been a Nepalese fan there. He's conflicted. He's loving this from Barber. He just wishes it wasn't against his team. Oh, it's a rare dot ball. Good bit of work off his own bowling there from the left arm spinner.